Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot that I pressed the button then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Three Men and a Vape Show. It has been a hot minute since we've been around. A couple of weeks off we've had, I think. We are joined by our casters. We've got the wonderful Mr. B. Obviously, Harley's not here, with him being obviously a top YouTuber now, and he's got 7K.
Hit big time.
No, he's been working.
Charlie.
He's been working today. So we've got the wonderful Sean Grizzly Vapes. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, mate.
Is it nice and warm there in the Bahamas?
Bit ropey. It's dead windy, mate. I can't catch you properly.
That might be that red wine in your ears.
Yeah, I'm a little bit rough today.
Don't worry about it. He's just gone and bought another bottle of red wine. So
yeah, I have, yeah. What makes you bad makes you better.
It does.
So,
Unless it's arsenic.
I was off work today, so I had a chill and a sleep. Forgot I was on the show, and then woke up and had a panic on.
How are you?
You know how it is.
How are you, Mr. B?
I'm all left. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, plodding along like I normally do. Inching my fat ass forward.
Is it just a little bit?
Just a little bit, you know, inch by inch.
Well, you've had some good news about that.
Your fucking chair, because I will laugh my tits off if you fall off.
You have actually had some really good news. Obviously, you've been doing your stuff at the gym. If people didn't catch you, you've actually lost quite a bit of weight, haven't you?
I have. Yeah, no, I can't believe it. I know the last time I got weighed, it was well over 40 stone. Like, well over. And it was always sort of been a running joke, 40 stone this, 40 stone that. But managed to get some weighing scales from Germany. Now, they weigh up to 700 pounds, which is 50 stone. I thought, if they don't fucking measure me, nothing will. So, what I didn't realise was, Howard, because they are from Germany, the preset language is German. So, I stand on them, and they speak to you what your weight is, and all of a sudden, I hear this, Woof, Achtung, whoa! And I thought, fucking hell, he's shouting at me in German. I thought, what the fuck? I thought he's actually telling me to get the fuck off, you fat bastard.
You thought he was a bandit.
Yeah, no, I literally jumped off like, fucking hell, sorry. I felt like saying sorry to it. I thought I'd hurt it. So I looked at the instructions, thought, so you can change it to English. I don't have to learn German to know my weight. Jumped out in English, and I'd actually gone to 38 stone and 6 pounds from well over 40.
Edward Jr. says you can actually see it. When you came on, I could actually see it's in your, sort of like in your face. You've lost quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, it's my arse that's the issue. My arse is holding on to it. It's like Fort Knox. Fat Knox. That's what it is. My arse is Fat Knox is refusing to let go of the fat.
Oh.
Which is kind of handy, because when I fall on it, it doesn't hurt, though.
You've done well, mate.
Hey, it's all a process. You know what I mean? 38 years of sheer neglect. It's going to take more than a couple of weeks to get it off.
Yeah, obviously your dad's away at the minute, isn't he? But so
he is. He's in Gran Canaria, bless him. I did discuss the possibility of getting a flight back 3 times a week to go to the gym with me. He wouldn't do it, tight bastard. Properly inconsiderate.
But no, congratulations, mate. And it is. It's hard work, and you keep at it. So yeah, well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Shawnee boy, what have you been up to this week?
Work. I've been tiling a big floor, trying to get some Expo spends.
Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is Expo. We both said we wasn't going, didn't we? And then last week, or beginning of this week,
it was money, wasn't it? It was just everything was just so. Obviously, anyone that's been when we've been there before, we've always done Thursday to Monday Thursday to Sunday, and there was just no way. price-wise of the rooms, man, it was just fucking ridiculous.
It was, yeah. We'd got that. Then I'd also got, obviously, with work, and obviously the Saturday, I sort of could wingle it that I wasn't going to be working. So you said you'd pick me up on the way, wouldn't you?
Aye.
So we are going to be
Road
there.
trip.
We're going to be there on the Monday. No, on the Saturday. Why have I got Monday in my brain? People, I am so tired. On the Saturday, it's going to be a little bit different as well, because half the crew that normally go aren't there, are they?
No.
I was going to go.
Vic ain't going. Or is he going now?
No, not that.
I was going to go,
Adam's
but
obviously not going.
to hire a 7.5-ton truck to take me there, it's a bit expensive.
Yeah. And the fork truck to get in as well.
Exactly. Then I've got to get the health and safety team in, with all the hats and shit just to get me into the place. Then you guys would have to carry me around. It won't be worth it.
I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go get there, go straight into the casino, and try and expand the tenner I've got off my mum.
And she didn't know you've got that. You've raided a purse.
Yeah, it's all in coppers. Big
all
fucking little bag.
The thing about it though is it doesn't actually cost that much when you're there.
No. Especially if you go for the social side more than anything else.
Yeah, if you take your own water. If you're gonna eat, I always have a big breakfast before I go anyway. And that's what I'll have a bacon sandwich ready for you when we go, mate.
Have you managed to sort out a ticket for Jane again?
Yeah, don't be setting my brother off. No, there isn't an award ceremony this time. We're all right.
Ah, bless.
But yeah, no, it's. I'm really looking forward to it. And obviously they've got Jane's in chat now. And she's. They've got like their modest side, haven't they?
Yeah. The modest section in the build zone. That's all. Obviously, Jane's going to be there Thursday to Sunday. Because she's running that little section thing. And then I've got Lynn's going to be there on Saturday. Sam's going to be there on Saturday. I think Jenny's there Saturday as well. So yeah, like I say, there's still going to be a few faces to see, but it's still going to be strange. Like you've got Bunny's not going. That's obviously a regular.
No Gailey Bops either. There's none of like the old ones who used to go in at the October. I know a lot of them are going in May. That'll be a little bit easier because you got to think it's coming up to Christmas, cost of living, all the other bits. If you are there, please let us know. You'll be posting on social media that we're there. Please come up and say hello. It's always nice to see you all.
I'll be doing the weekend in me, I think.
Have you seen the layout?
This time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
There seems to be a number of more companies there, Vupu and all that are there, and Smock and.
Well, I think this was one of the big problems in May, wasn't it? It was around the time of what's the one in fucking Germany called? Vape.
Hall of Vape.
Hall of Vape. That's it.
Octung Vape.
Yeah. It was obviously.
Look at him, fluent in fucking German now because he's got a set of scales.
Hey, gotta be. Gotta be.
It was obviously around that same time, so a lot of the companies that would normally come here had decided to go to Hall of Vape instead.
Hall of Vape, and then it was Dubai as well after it. There were Paris and Dubai after.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, anyone who's going to go to the Germany, Paris, or Dubai one is hardly going to go to a UK one.
I think it was more to do with the vendors getting over here.
Yeah, but don't vendors like Vaporesso and Vape and all that have UK branches?
Yeah, but you find that they have a Vaporesso was there last time, but you find that they have
so was Vupu.
Yeah, Vupu were there, but there seems to be a few more hardware companies. But what you find is that they have a team that just goes to all of them. So they pat down, then they set off and go somewhere else, and it's just that one team.
I think isn't there a few rides, bumper cars and shit like that as well?
Bumper cars.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's some stuff like that. Then there's obviously.
I'll bring me Vaseline.
I think there's a casino as well at the front.
I'll bring me Vaseline and a shoe on. I'll get into one of them fuckers.
Well, the casino, if I'm honest with you, were crap last time they did it. You thought you were winning cash, but you ended up getting. I think we won something, and then you could only. We've got an extra guest. Look at this.
An extra guest.
An extra guest.
An extra guest.
Weebles wobble.
Weebles wobble.
But
Wobbly
they don't,
weebles.
but they don't fall down. Yay!
Potato.
Hi.
Hi. We were just on about the last time there were a casino there. It wasn't the absolute greatest, was it?
No.
I thought I'd won loads of money and I'd won some juice, so I got this like pack of juice in like a square box, and it were all 0 milligram tens. And you know all them flavours that you lob into a box that you don't like?
I did them.
That's what they were doing.
Yep.
And I think as well, somebody was supposed to win a holiday to Caribbean or something, and that I never heard of anybody winning that.
Yeah, it's typical casinos,
Have
isn't it?
they not put
you know what I mean? You
pictures
can
up or
win
anything?
this. You
No,
can win
you
this,
get-
but there's absolutely no chance if you're getting the correct cards or the correct numbers.
No.
That's what McDonald's do with their fucking, you know, that Monopoly thing they do.
That's
They actually don't release the last 4 bits that you need to win until like the last week or whatever.
that's not technically true.
Oh,
Because I have a friend that won a mini very early
from
on.
McDonald's. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, right. That's the very last person to win anything from McDonald's.
Very,
Apart from a
very
bit
early
back.
on.
Did it have like a bumper with the big M on it?
No, he didn't keep it. He sold it as soon as he got it, and
don't
then
blame him.
put it into a business. He's buckled now. Absolutely buckled.
Did it come in one of like the burger boxes?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was,
can you imagine
yeah, and
coming
it
in the
came
Happy
with
Meal box?
It came with a giant Coke as well. That's what you fill it up with. It ain't petrol.
It's not
fucking
petrol.
Runs on Coke.
On Coke. Did you see though? I think it were on something like Facebook or something. One of the managers sifting through the actual thingies, see if he could win.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that. No, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't surprise us.
Trying to win,
You know,
and
a manager could easily turn around and say, "Oh, there's a box not turned up full of these fucking bits."
he got loads of Big Macs for free.
Yeah.
Don't they get that anyway? We work in there.
No, well, no, they can give them away, can't they? To the homeless.
See, the worst thing that ever happened to me was my mate win a mini. Well, he's not my mate. I just know him. But, you know, the worst thing that ever happened to me was him winning something on it. Because then the year after, I spent a fucking fortune at McDonald's. An absolute fortune.
Loads of, just trying to buy loads of Big Macs to get a fucking
I can
mini.
remember actually pulling up the thing because I thought everything had the little Monopoly cards on. I thought every single thing that you bought from McDonald's had one of them or two of them Monopoly things on. So I goes in the morning and buys myself a coffee. Brings it out. I said, "Where's the Monopoly card?" She went, "Oh, you don't get it with coffee. It's the only thing you don't get it with." I says, "You can take that back then. I don't even want the coffee." Drove back round and ordered something else.
Do you know,
You take that back.
I reckon if we Google around the time when your mate won that mini, someone high up at McDonald's was probably found dead.
Who's let him win a mini?
Yeah, who's let him win, you bastards?
So we have obviously got another caster joined us. It does look like we've got the UK Vape Show. We're only just missing Adam now. Have you been, Vic? You're all right, mate?
Yeah, no complaints here.
How's your mum? Is she any better?
Oh yeah, she's fine and dandy now.
Was it actually gallstones then?
Yeah, it was a gallstone. It was a single gallstone.
And what? And they could just get rid of it?
Nah, they just said let it work. Let it work its own way out. It's not worth getting the gallbladder removed if there's only one single stone. So they just said there's some tramadol. Give it 4 or 5 days, it'll work its way out.
Okay, hell, your house must be full of tramadol. I bet you could set your own pharmacy up full of tramadol.
Yeah.
There's a fucking enough of it around here.
So, have you seen the layout for EXPO? Because obviously you're not going, are you?
No, can't afford it. Too fucking expensive. Conning.
The thing is
We're Premier Inn. We're Premier Inn. We have fair prices. No, you fucking don't, lying bastards. Here's the fucking thing. I'm gonna go in a fucking rant now because I'm in the fucking mood. And I ranted about this in the fucking fluff cast for all the folks in Patreon. So if you watch the Patreon, you're gonna get a second fucking rant. At the end of this month, I'm going to Poland. Right? I'm gonna be visiting Kemnavatic, which is Europe's biggest nicotine extractor and one of the biggest white label manufacturers for e-liquid. They're paying for it all, but I costed it up. It's cheaper. See, if I was paying for it, it's fucking cheaper for me to go to Poland, spend 4 days over there, than it is for me to go to the fucking expo in Birmingham and spend 4 days down there. Fuck you, Premier Inn.
Yeah.
Wankers.
I mean, I did hear someone the other day saying that they think that they've got some kind of renovations going on there because there was only the Premier Plus rooms available.
Fucking the prices were extortionate for this October Expo.
I think we started to see it after probably about the second or third year that we went there. I think it used to cost us roughly about £200 and odd, didn't it?
Used to.
Yeah, and now it's gone up to 300, and now it were 400 and some odd.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the first time I went, which was before 3 or 4 years ago now. First time I went on the May, I think I paid 220 quid.
Round about the same as me, 220.
All 3 nights.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
The first 3 Expo, well, the first Expo was actually driven down by Zan in his vroom in his Subaru. That was fucking fun. I loved that drive. But the second time down, I got the train. And this was when Virgin Media had the trains. They were a lot fucking cheaper back then. I spent something like £400. 250 was for the train, return trip, first class, and it was also for the 4 nights in the hotel, and had about £200 spending money. There's no fucking way I could do that now. No, it's £400 just for the fucking hotel now. Fuck off.
For a pint to be here.
I went with Louise a couple of times. I think our room were about 200 odd quid. Then I shared with Jay, and I think we got that for £300, so it was like £100 odd pound each. And then obviously I went down on the train. I think my train were only something like 100 and something quid.
Yeah, the trains were a lot cheaper. Ever since Virgin lost the contract, and I think it's Avanti West Coast got it. Avanti West Coast bumped up standard economy and first class by 60%, and they got away with it because they've got the contract for the next 5 fucking years. Conning bastards. Rip off fucking Britain. That's what we're fucking
Bunny was saying there, the May just gone, her and Darren, they got 3 nights, 171 quid.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it was mine and Jay's room, because I shared with Jay this time. Mine and Jay's room, I think it was 330. It was 165 each.
I stayed with Paul McCartney. I don't think he'll ever stay with me again, I stayed with Paul McCartney. And I think we paid about 150 quid each.
I just want a pot noodle.
He's away on. I think he's away on holiday at a minute, and I told him I'm going to Expo, and he went a bit mental at me. You've done it fucking again. He said you wasn't going, and now you're going. You've done it fucking again. I said, well, I didn't know I was going to go until last minute.
Just do me a favour, take a picture of you and Jane while you're there and send it to him.
Send it to him,
please.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I'm just saying to him, it's going to be strange, isn't it, that there's not a lot of the old crew that all used to go not going to be there.
So a lot of them are not going at all, or are only going for 1 day.
I think it's going to be weird not going back to, say, the Premier Inn for a few beers as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's going to be weird, because obviously we're only there for the day and then coming back. I mean, you're going to have a couple of beers if you want.
Well, obviously I will be having a couple of beers at
hello.
some point.
Maybe pop in and say hello or whatever, but you know what I mean? We don't have to rush away. But
I said to him, I tell you what, why don't we just get the camp beds in back of his van and we could go sleep? He said, oh, I can't. He said, I'm going to go to a party at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We're going to try doing that stealth camping. It's free. You might get caught, and if you do, you're fucked, but still, it's free.
What, go and get yourself down inside at Voopoo stand?
Yes, stealth camping. Look it on YouTube. There's mad fuckers sleeping in the middle of roundabouts and shit. It's awesome.
That doesn't sound very stealthy to me.
Well, it's stealth along the lines of no one can see you.
Yeah, they do. Have you seen? I'm just going off the subject. His name's Steve Willis. He does this. He's American. His wife's just passed away. Woke up in the morning and that was it. She was passed away. Terrible, isn't it? Have you seen the layout, Vic, of Expo?
I've seen it. It looks smaller.
Yeah.
Which is odd
there's
because
a few more hardware companies.
Yeah, because the October one usually bigger than May. It does look smaller, but there is a little bit more in the way of hardware there. But looking at some of the names, there's still a lot of disposables.
Yeah,
there's still a lot there.
it's still going to be heavy, isn't it?
And I mean, we done it in the last UK vape show. There was like 170 odd watching, and there was a poll up. Fucking 90% of them are saying they're not going. I've got a nasty suspicion the Saturday might be busy, but business to business, and Sunday I think it's going to be dead on Friday and Sunday.
But I think they also might have had a bit of trouble getting actual vendors to sign
show up.
Because I know last time when I was there, you walk around, you talk to the vendors and that, and a few of them said, "We'll never do this again." Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I also think there's going to be a problem for people getting there on the Saturday because there's rail strikes as well.
The trains are, yeah, that's right. The train strikes, I forgot about that.
Apparently, CC Coils is saying they updated the floor pan over the weekend and made it even smaller.
Oh! Kind of glad I'm not fucking
Well
going now.
worth the money. It sounds like well worth the money does this trip. Fucking hell.
CC saying he counted over 20 empty stands.
20? This close to opening, there's 20 empty.
This close to Christmas. Woo! Damn.
I hope, fingers crossed, that it's a bit better than last time, because if not, it'll disappear.
Oh, if not, it's dead. It'll be dead and buried after May next year. It'll be dead
Well,
and
I
buried.
think one of the biggest issues is like, regardless of what people think of disposables, right? They're here. Now you can do about it, right? And what you've got to remember is an export is actually it's not like a fucking place you go to buy shit and all that kind of thing. It's a look at an industry where it is. You see the new stuff that's coming out, like companies have got this stuff coming out, and that's what it's there for. Do you know what I mean?
You don't want to see a disposer phone, though, do you?
No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. We're hobbyists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's far, like, there'll have been, like, as much as a lot of the companies maybe didn't sell as much stuff, but there'll have been some big deals made that weekend.
Oh, yeah, especially during the business day.
They need to run it like a car show, with all the concept stuff. Here's what we're thinking of doing. What do you think of this? That'd be cool. Treat an expo like an R&D session.
We went there. What can you remember that? I've never seen it come out either. The mod that was a phone. Can you remember it? And you could get all your texts and stuff like that on it.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was when I went I shared with Jay. We did an interview with him as well. Sat down, we were trying to get one, but he said, "Oh, it's going to come out," but it never came out. Like how you get a smart watch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was like that sort of context to it.
Yeah, and it would connect to your phone.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Was that last? No, it wasn't last. No, it would have been 2019?
2019, wasn't it? October.
I don't remember that one.
I think, isn't it Brad's birthday today as well?
Is it Brad's birthday today? I'm in my
I think it's Brad's birthday as well today.
Oh, we need to sing happy birthday, lads.
I'm sure it came up on my Facebook, or was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, it's too late
Today's been a blur. I've spent most of it in bed hanging. Or was it yesterday? Oh, sorry, mate. Happy birthday for yesterday, bro.
Yeah, if it were today, we'd have sung happy birthday, but it's too late now.
Happy birthday, bro.
You sound like the presenter of Bullseye. Let's have a look at what you could have done.
Let's
In one.
In one. Speedboat, and I'm from Dewsbury. Will there be a UK vape show tomorrow?
Oh, there should be.
I'm
all right. My mother's not getting any gallstones, so there should be.
Oh, lovely. So I did get loads of messages last week, but I was rather inebriated by the time we I went out and had a game of snooker, I've not been out for ages. So it's probably a good job there wasn't a show, or that would have probably been really fun. I was looking at the vaping news, and I think it's Hibs in Scotland football team are getting sponsored by a vape company. I can't remember who it was.
Another one.
Yeah, and they've literally got it on the shirts. There's a great big who to do. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going to say it. Who to do.
How to do.
About the health organisation saying that they should be banned and they shouldn't be able to sponsor anything because they're trying to cut people down on nicotine and also on child vaping. What's your thoughts on that?
Fucking shit. This child vaping thing had all but been crushed out back in 2019. You want to know what brought it back up again? The fucking disposables. That's what brought it back up again. Fucking Daily Record showing pictures of what looks like fucking 10, 11-year-old kids vaping away in what looks like a fucking health bar outside their fucking schools. That is doing jack shit for the fucking, oh no, kids don't vape. They do. They do. Here's the solid fucking fact. Kids are now vaping. And they're vaping on disposables sold by corner shops and little market stalls that trading standards can't get their hands on. Because
it's not just little market stalls, is it? It's people buying them in bulk and selling them to kids.
And trading standards is so understaffed north of the border up here in Scotland. They don't have the time to do as many raids that's happening down south. I mean, you see it Birmingham. I think it was Birmingham. Leicester, there was about 3 or 4 raids in London a couple of weeks ago. There was a couple of raids in Tottenham. Trading standards is clamping down hard down south. They can't do it up here because they've got no fucking funding anymore. So all these kids are running around with fucking health bars everywhere.
That's Wilma Wallace trying to spend the money on a referendum. That's all it is.
The other bit that sort of did me was that it was these health organisations saying that they're trying to clamp down on people not having nicotine. Now, we all know nicotine is no different to like caffeine. Other additives like sugar, they're all addictive. I can't see why they need to be cutting down on nicotine. It's the cigarettes that we're looking to be cutting down with all the massive amount of chemicals that are in there.
Well, here's the thing. You look at these pictures of kids smoking outside of school. You can go back over the last 50 years. It's either vaping or smoking or drinking. Easy to find photos of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fucking rocket science. You go outside any school in Burnley, you'll see 3 kids taking smack. It's just this is what it is. Vaping is nowhere near as bad as smoking or drinking. In fact, they should be going, well, at least it's not those things.
Well, you've got to think when we went to school, nearly every kid was smoking.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, when I went to school, I was practically the corner shop.
Oh, mate, I was exactly the same. You could make a fortune.
Oh, just even with my school uniform on, I could go buy 20 fags off the corner shop because he didn't give a fuck. So I'd go buy the fags and then sell them at £1 a piece.
Yep.
I'd make fortune.
Well, you've got to think when I were at school, everybody were waiting for the national insurance card because you could buy cigarettes at 16.
I didn't need that.
Right.
I was buying cigarettes at 13 years old. Well, buying alcohol at 13 years old. It didn't really matter. But as far as school was concerned, I was the corner shop. I remember once I got caught round the back of school having a cigarette.
I'm glad I said
and
cigarette.
Cigarette, fag, whatever you want to call it. So I was caught around the back of the school smoking. And the teacher at the time,
if I'm honest.
a guy called Mr. Wilson, goes, Coolshaw, which is my last name, give me your cigarettes. I looked at him and I said, I don't fucking think so, sir. These are my cigarettes. If you want some cigarettes, get your own. Well, I'm going to tell your dad. Oh, yeah. Well, go ahead. Who do you think bought them? And that was it. It was just like end of conversation.
I mean,
I didn't give a shit in high school.
One of the biggest worrying things I find about the fact that the kids are vaping is the fact that they are vaping disposables, and the majority of them are 20 milligram. Do you know what I mean? They're going straight on to 20 milligram. I mean, don't get me wrong. They shouldn't be vaping full stop. They are going to do it, but
of course, yeah.
The idea of them going straight on to 20 milligram, I find a bit. That's the worrying thing.
Do you find, which obviously I've seen these kids doing it myself. I've a couple of kids come past to call for the girl down road, and they were on whatever health bars or whatever they were. Do you start getting yourself that sort of feeling in your stomach, because you're a vape reviewer or you're a part of the vape scene where you want to go to, whoa, what are you doing? You can't do that.
Yeah. They're not going to fucking listen though, are they?
No, you probably get your head kicked in
You
by
probably
that.
get your head kicked in by 10, 13-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. Getting stamped on by an elf bar jabbed in your eye. But yeah, no,
use a suppository.
Yeah, to be honest with you,
Billy's dad, who's been in jail 14 times, you know what I mean, comes round and kicks fuck out you in your garden.
It's not what you need,
he can
is
vape.
it?
He can vape. I'm sorry.
You can see it now. You can see in the papers as well, can't you? Now we'll be in the papers. Vaping kills.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Vaping kills, and then when you actually read it, it's because somebody got stabbed in the eye with an health bar. But no, it's vaping. Vaping kills you.
Oh yeah, they want the headlines.
But I can't see what the problem is if I'm sponsoring a football team.
Well, there's a couple of football teams. I think Lincoln's one. Is it Lincoln?
Yeah, Rangers.
Yeah.
From what I remember,
Lincoln's one.
it's either Rangers or Celtic. It might even be both of them. Are both sponsored by VPZ.
That's
Vaporise,
the one who's done Hibs. They're the ones who've done Hibs as well.
All right, so that's them. That's them. I don't know if their sponsorship for Rangers and Celtic are still going. If it is, that's them sponsoring three separate football teams. Fucking hell!
But I can't see the problem in it.
I can't see a problem either.
Burnley Football Club for about 10 years had a stand bought and paid for by Totally Wicked. It used to be called the Totally Wicked Bob Lord
right.
stand.
Yeah, because Totally Wicked were into a lot of sponsorships back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, they did say Ellen's Rugby as well, didn't they?
Yep, they did. And Wigan.
But
They
if
sponsored
I don't
Wigan
understand
stand
why
for
there's a
it.
problem with it. Like, at the end of the day, it's a business. Sponsoring, putting money towards a football club. Surely people should be happy about that.
see
It makes me laugh, though. It makes me laugh when you have the Totally Wicked Bob Lord stand, but you can't vape in it.
yeah.
That's when it gets me. It's like, hang on a minute. It's a vapor sponsor this. Oh, I can't vape in here, but I'm technically outdoors.
the companies did betting. They've stopped that though, haven't they? For football clubs.
They're trying to. They haven't stopped it entirely. There's a company called SpreadX. You see them about quite a bit. There's the Japanese Fun one. Burnley's come away from it. They're now sponsored by a shirt manufacturer. They're trying to come away from betting companies, but there's still a lot of betting companies sponsoring, which I think is a much more parasitical entity than vaping.
Yeah, that's a big word.
It's one I pulled out my arse. I don't even know
You've
if
totally
it's real.
confused me now. I'm going to have to turn and look at my 3D printer.
Yeah.
It's up in this tree over here.
I don't even know if that's a word, but it sounded right.
Parasitical.
Yeah.
Is that actually a word?
I
That's
don't
a
know.
word. Parasitical is a word.
Yeah, it sounded right. I had to reach
so
deep into the
Well
arse
done,
for
mate.
that one.
Well done.
Well done. Where's Adam? See, Adam would have loved that one. He'd have loved that.
I guarantee it means something different than what I think.
Yeah. But yeah, just going back to, I just thought, and especially with them then saying about the fact of nicotine and they're against nicotine. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, so you're against coffee, you're against all other stuff.
It's fucking buzzwords. It's red button topics. It's all it is. Nicotine's a part of smoking, so therefore it's got to be bad. And it's just idiots who don't think they know any better that want to like suck up to all the Karens in the world.
Just going back onto Expo, I am looking forward to seeing all the UK companies because they've obviously got the UK side of it, haven't they?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the juice companies that are going to be
Quite a few
there.
of them in the Modders Zone, I think.
And they've all got free stands.
I'm not 100% certain. Jane will probably tell you better.
Is Vape Smarter going?
I think so. I'm not sure.
He's ventured out into pens now as well, hasn't he?
I saw a post about that. Like a Parker Fortuna.
God, you could stab somebody with that.
Fucking gorgeous bit of kit, this.
I bet it tastes like shit, mate.
Where does the 18650 go? That'll be the next thing as well in schools now, won't it?
Gorgeous bit of kit, this. Always loved a good fountain pen. Oh! Which reminds me.
Oh, shit.
Remember that thing that I won on the Misfits?
Oh, has it come, has it? Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Oh, very nice.
It's a fucking brick, though. Look at it. Okay, I've got small hands, but fucking hell.
Is that a Dual 21700?
Yep. So I just take this off.
That is a
Talk
huge
about
bit of
clean. Look at that. That is fucking gorgeous in there.
There's no hot glue in there, right?
Nope. It's a nice MOSFET chip so I don't blow myself up. Fucking gorgeous bit of kit though. It's for the people wondering, it's Overkill. It's the Overkill auction that I won on the Vaping Misfits. Huge. Fuck off. Buy 10 at the top.
Jesus.
Dual
See, I tell you
21700.
what, I tell you what as well, that is some tidy 3D printing as well.
Yeah,
As a
really,
person that
yeah,
has a 3D printer,
It's a
I don't know
3D
if
print.
anyone's noticed, it is hard to set a 3D printer up to print as well as that.
Dual
To get it ready.
Dual 21700 series.
Ooh.
You've gone series.
Yeah, it's got a MOSFET in it though.
Oh, it's got a
You
MOSFET
brave.
in it though.
Yeah, he was saying though the other day. He was saying, "I'm not going series. Fuck that. Fuck that."
Has it got a raised 510?
No, it looks flush. Yeah, it's flush.
Is it spring loaded, Vic?
Yes, the 510 is spring loaded since you mention it. Nice big 510. I'm going to put the Valhalla on top of this.
You could put a fucking car exhaust on top of that.
I know.
When did it just come today?
What?
Did it?
Oh,
Just
it came
come
yesterday.
today?
Came yesterday. It's a fucking nice clicky switch. That's how you can tell it's not a real mech. Clicky switch on it because there's a MOSFET in there. But this is big Valhalla on top of here. Couple of Fralians coming out at around about 0.5. That should be nice.
Some cloudy stuff there.
Very cloudy. Very cloudy.
Get some Chico's coils in that bastard.
Yeah. It's cheeky, a nice big long, because I knew this was going to be coming eventually. So I went, Chico, get a nice big couple of series coils in there.
Oh,
Overkill is at the expo as well. He'll be in the home zone. That sounds like an American football thing, doesn't it, really?
Overkill.
Yeah. I am looking forward to that, like you said there before. In May, obviously as a hobbyist, which we all are, but vast majority of people in chat will be hobbyists as well. Do you know what I mean? Going there and having to walk around all the stalls and there being nothing to look at for you. Do you know what I mean? Nothing to think. No. I think there was obviously Suicide Mods were there. They were there, and Vapors Cloud were there, but they had very little stuff. It was strange compared to the time before where I was just sat there like that.
Well, you even had them. They were from Nottingham, I think they were called. What were is it Best E-Cigs or something like that? Were they called? And they used to be normally as you walked in, and they'd have the older stuff, but they'd be selling it cheap.
Yeah,
you know, like £10 for an RDA that you hadn't seen for absolutely ages. They had the up-to-date stuff, but you had loads to look at.
Yep.
Where there were nothing. There were no to pick up and go, oh, that's really nice. Or there were very little mechs. There were very little anything that would take your fancy. And my first walk round, I knew exactly what it was going to be. And after I walked around once, I was like, I'm not walking round again. I'll just take a saunter. I'll walk round, but not to go round and look at stores. Because you could just see what it was like. There was nothing there for, like you said, the hobbyist.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it's a little bit different this time. I don't know if they're still there. What is it? Best e-cig?
I think it is.
Or is it Premier e-cig?
Premier E-Cig.
Oh, it might be Premier E-Cig.
Because Best E-Cig liquid, isn't it?
Yeah, because Premier won a couple of Vape Around awards as well in the past.
Because the logo were like a swirly blue thing. I think it was Premier. If anybody in chat remembers what I'm on about, let me know.
I think it was Premier. I think you're right.
And they used to just have like loads of glass cabinets all at the front of it. And like I said, they used to have the old stuff, and you could get cheap stuff. I think it was really good, but that one there.
I mean, it wasn't. There was stalls there that had like. I mean, I tell you, one of the big ones that was a massive noticeable, like it was so noticeable that they weren't there, was fucking Evo.
Yep.
Evo not being there. Like, that stall was always rammed to the rafters, and I mean rammed. I remember the first time I went to Expo, which was, it might have been 4 years ago, not the first time I met you, but the time before that. The first time I went and bought, was it the Stormbreaker? Yeah, I got the Stormbreaker. That's a parallel one, isn't it? The Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
The 3-battery parallel. And an Asgard. So I went to get that, and I was stood there. It must have been an hour and a half waiting to get served.
Because I was always, that stall was all the way through the weekend. It was rammed.
Yeah.
Couldn't get moving in it.
It's the same with the music. There was last. I remember when we went last time. There was actual stalls competing to see who could turn the music up the loudest.
Sure.
Before they got followed. It did my head in, but it was just strange it not being there. That kind of.
And again, I know we've mentioned this millions of times as well. The actual stands that used to be, you know, like sort of in the back bit of it, where there wasn't actually, they were just vendors, and they had all sorts there on cheap. They just have them all laid about. There wasn't actually a company. They were just a vendor.
Yeah.
That had come from China. They brought all the shit that they'd got and just were selling it cheap.
Well, it was the same with, there was a one right in the middle of the, it was a tiny little stall. It was on the back of one of the big stalls, just a tiny little glass cabinet in front of it. And he was selling like mechs and stuff like that. Obviously, I was straight over to there. And that was where I got the Rule Breaker, which is the series, 3 battery series mod. And the Hive 40mm.
Damn.
I got that there. The only issue is I got the Hive, and I don't know if something had been machined wrong inside, right? Took it home, put a build in it, went to vape it, and this bit of like, do you know when you see people metal working on a lathe?
Oh yeah.
You see all the curls of metal coming off. Where this big curl of metal shot up into the back of my throat, and I nearly choked on the fucker.
Ooh.
I couldn't believe it. Like it must have been wedged in between. So do you know your chimney that goes up, that goes over the top of the thing? It was wedged in there and in the drip tip, so I've never seen it. So I took the top off, put my build in, filled the tank up, went to vape it, boom, straight in. It was like a fucking bullet.
Oh.
I always take everything apart, me. Give it a good old wash.
I never even fucking thought, mate. I just banged a build in it, had a go of it, and it fucking.
Saying that though, I think I bought the Nudge 22 to put. It was when they just released the top side, and I wanted something with a swank, and it was the Nudge 22, and I didn't do that with that, but you could taste it. There was the machine grease, you know.
Yeah, the machining oil.
Yeah, that's why you've always got to make sure you give them a good wash before it.
I think Shrek's saying there about Lost Vape, not showing that. They did show it in a way. They were there, they were there, but they got some other people to do the store because obviously I think it was something. All the stuff got stuck with DPD.
Yeah, so they were supposed to have been there by DHL or something like that. And
DHL, that was it.
And it didn't get there.
That was the stall, the big tent and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The gazebo, everything didn't turn up, so they were just stood there with 3 glass cabinets.
With nothing in it.
This is what you could have had.
I'd say another one as well. I can you remember the year when I don't think they ever went back after that was Fogstar.
Yeah, I remember they were there for that one time.
And then they never went back ever again. And I think they did a great idea. I think they were selling for like an extra 50 pence they were charged.
Could have a charged battery, yeah.
Fully charged.
So if somebody bought a brand new mod, you know what I mean, and they'd not got the batteries there and then with them, they could go and get a set of cheap batteries, pay 50 pence extra.
But I think they were selling the batteries at the. Do you know when they do the Facebook discount price as well? They were selling all the batteries at the Facebook discount price as well. I can't remember how much they get off. It was 10% or 20% or something like with a Facebook Fogstar Fridays.
Yeah. The thing as well is that there were no stands that did, although very little of them, or what I saw, you know, like build kits.
I was looking all over for a build kit, like.
Cotton companies. Before there used to be at least 2 or 3 cotton companies or new cotton companies that were coming about. There were none of them there.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, obviously Purge shut down. That was always a stand I used to go and look at because some of their mods are fucking stunning. That was always a stand. But again, hobbyist, Times Vape.
Yeah, they used to have a little stand, didn't they? They normally got Stan on there, didn't they?
Yeah, Stan's usually on there, aye. I mean, like I say, he's bringing a new mod out, and he's Stan with Times Vape, so I don't think they're going to be there October.
It seems that they're all looking to go to the Germany one, isn't it?
The Germany one's always been the bigger draw.
Road trip, like.
Oh yeah, I'd be up for that. You can get cheap flights.
Nah, fuck that. We'll drive.
I'm not fucking driving.
Get some fucking. Get some UK vape.
I'm not driving. I'll swim.
I think that's a good idea. Well, no, what we do is we rent like a small minibusy thing.
I would never stay in a small minibus with anyone. Have you seen the size of them toilets? You've got to drive around knowing you are no more than 20 feet away from somebody else's turds. Nope.
Well, you do live
Press
in
the
Burnley.
ejection button. It just comes out the bottom, doesn't it?
I won't have one with a toilet on it. That's the last thing you need, isn't it?
Driving that
it's the first
motorway
thing
and
you need, mate.
turns it your window.
You just stop off at a garage, don't you?
I would 100% have a commode for a van seat. I'm not shitting.
Oh.
It'd be fucking. Well, I would be shitting. It'd be great.
Well, we have to look at your face while you do it. What do we have to do? Get out.
Yeah, just a minute. Don't talk to me a sec. I'm concentrating.
I'd have to remodel the inside of the van to go for a shit in one of them.
Mate, you're gonna have to give me 5 minutes. You're gonna have to give me 5 minutes. This is a rough one, mate.
That'd be terrible, that wouldn't it? You have to start backing him up. Come on, Mr. B. Back up. Come on.
Is anyone going to roll?
All you can hear is beep, 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 beep. Right, sit down, son. You ready? You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to see at the top left-hand side, we have got 3 Men Vapes. That is for your discount code for the wonderful Rochford, which I've got some just here. We will be doing your giveaway very, very shortly. Some news on Rochford as well. Big shout out to Jay. There is a new flavour which is just about to get released.
Ooh.
So, obviously, he's a sponsor of this show and the UK Vape Show, so I'm sure we'll all be getting something to be tasting very soon.
Do we know what the flavour's going to be?
No, he didn't actually say anything, if I'm honest.
Didn't say anything to me either.
He
I love
just,
the way he said that. No, he didn't say anything, to be honest. he hasn't even mentioned a new flavour. I just fucking said
I
it.
just made it up. No, he
The
did,
new
he did
flavour
mention
coming
the
out.
new
Oh, what is
flavour.
it? Don't know.
He did mention the new flavour, and he said it is just about right and ready to come out. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's. I think it's before Christmas as well. Cookie was really nice. Cookie were a good, obviously cookie flavour.
Yeah, I still haven't even tried the new ones. Because every time, obviously, he sends us some over, but every time I ask for fucking lemon meringue.
Lemon
I
meringue.
fucking love lemon meringue.
Right then, what I'll do is I'll put the keyword in, and then we'll have a look at
The keyword.
the keyword. We all know what it is. It's Rochford, ladies and gentlemen. Go and get that out there if you want to be in a chance of winning 2 bottles of his lovely juice. I think Mr. B had set some deals up for everybody who's done the hand checks and everything this week, and the people who did comment for Harley. We're going to leave that for Harley when he gets back next week. But it is time for some vape deals.
A message from deep within the jungle. I've searched high and low for a lot of the deals. So here from Vape, deals of the week.
I think Vic was wanting to tell people something then.
Yeah, I need to bugger off, folks, because the folks over at Chem Novatic are in the middle of a conversation, so I need to pop back in and get flights and shit booked.
When you said Con de Vatican, it sounds like something that the Pope's going to be at.
Chem Novatic.
That's how they extract the nicotine.
Hey,
Thanks
it's
so
actually
much
a
for coming on,
holy thing.
mate, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, see you all tomorrow for the UK Vape Show, folks.
And Vic's job is back.
It is.
Being
Yes.
a busy man, mate.
Bye.
See you later,
See you
bud.
later.
Big screen time.
Here
There
we
we
go,
go.
folks. Here we go. Right, folks. I've got some deals for you now. It's a little bit different this week. A little bit different. It is the very first Wednesday of October, which means it's Stoptober madness. And the idea of this week's deals is not aimed at you, the hobbyist. It's aimed at your friends. People who are looking to quit smoking, people who are looking to get on the vaping train. And to start that this week, we're looking at our friends over at eSig1 who are selling the Vapefly Manners 2 pod system kit for a tenner. 10 quid. So you may say, you know what, I want to start vaping. What do I buy? Boom. There you go. You got your first little do.
I never tried
Well,
the second one, but I reviewed the first one, and the first one was really good.
Yeah, well, the second one's as good, I hope. Moving on to our friends over at Vaping 101. That's the wrong one. They are selling the Anakin Calypsy Pod Kit. And they're selling that for just £7.99. £8.
cheap as hell.
You can get it in teal, you can get it in black, pink, bunny, if you've got some female friends or male friends who like pink, there you go. You can get it in blue, you can get it in whatever the fuck that is, and you can get it in gold. But for £7.99, it's a good starting point. Keeping with Vaping 101, we've got this Smock N-Fix Pro Kit for £12.99. Do they want to spend a little bit more and get a little bit of a screen? Well, there you go. It's still simple to use, £12.99, a bloody good starting point. Moving on to, I wish my screen wouldn't do that. Just 1 second, folks. Wait for this to go back up. Thank you very much. And moving back to our friends at eSig1, looking for something a bit more sturdy. How about the Vaporesso Gen Fit Kit? This is an
Really good, I've
MTL
got
device.
that.
Yeah, MTL device, really solid. You get it in silver, blue, pink, orange, light blue, and black. And that's just $16.99. So you can recommend that to your friends as something as maybe a move on from the disposables or the very first kit.
I mean, it's going to any of these mods as well are going to save you a fortune.
Oh,
if you move over from disposables to them.
Exactly. Now, this is one of my favorites. Is this the Smock Infinix Starter Kit? This is just £6.99. It's great flavour and a fantastic battery. It's a simple draw to activate mod. It works well and a brilliant starting point. Much better than a fucking disposable. But keeping with that one, we're going to go over to our friends at Grey Haze for this little lovely number, the DigiFlavor Lunar Pod Kit, for just £9.50.
Looks like a double barrel, doesn't it?
Exactly. So it's a little bit of an upgrade. Nice little mod. It's one of them things that make people go, "Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get that from?" But all these for just £9.50. I mean, that's a brilliant price. This is the DigiFlame Lunar Kit with Pod Tank. Now, just to go over what we've got, so we've got the Vape Fly Manners 2 at £9.99. You've got the Anakin Calypsy Pod Kit at £7.99. You've got the awkward fucking screen who won't get this total out of the way, thank you. You've got the Smock N-Fix Pro Kit for £12.99. Oh, this screen's doing my head in. Move. You've got there you go, the Vaporesso Gen Fit Kit for £16.99. You've got the Smock Infinix Kit for £6.99, and the DigiFlavor Lunar Kit for £9.50. Now, if you have a friend that wants to quit smoking and move to vaping, you now have something to send them into the direction of. So there you go, folks. That is this week's Stoptober Deals of the Week.
No, mate, absolutely. See, Shrek said in there, it is, you're totally right there. You've got so many cheap options. Well, what you would have probably bought two disposable for, which is going to last you to 2 days. I do feel, he's saying, what's the reason? I still feel like people are very idle. They don't want to fill it. They don't want to charge it. It's just like a cigarette. They want to take it out of the packet. And I think that's one of the things.
I've said this from day one. Disposables have a place on the market, but it's not for new vapors. I think the best market for disposables is like if you're going on a holiday, you don't want a kit with you, take a few disposables. You go into work or something and you don't want to take your big kit with you, grab a disposable. Fine. For me, a starter kit should be like the ones I've shown. It doesn't take much to fill, and I don't care if you can't be asked to fill a 2 milliliter pod, then you don't want to stop smoking.
Simple. I mean, speaking of the holiday thing, you know, I had family members who went to Mexico, absolutely terrified about taking the vape and things like that, and they said they had a friend that went there because obviously joined all these fucking Mexico flight forums and stuff. They had a friend that went over there, got the vape, took off them when they got to customs, and obviously the Mexican customs, they turned around and said, well, if you give us some money, you can have it back. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck that. It was going to be fucking like not just a little bit of money either for like a 40 quid vape. It was going to be like $100 or something like that. They had to pay them. So I obviously said to them, I said, take something to put your actual vape in your case, you know, and then take disposables with you for the you know, the transfers and all that kind of thing.
Me and Louisa, I did take the boost too, but when we went to London, I bought a few disposables. Again, so I'm not taking juice and batteries and it was quite simple to wander around with, you know what I mean? And quite stealthy to use. That's what I used them for. Shrek, again with these 15,000 puff disposable, completely illegal, but have a USB charger port. Now, again, if it's from a reputable company that we know, such as like Geek Bar and stuff like that, in other countries it's not illegal. Now, I've got to remind you, the 5mm tank that you use is illegal. We should only have 2mm tanks in this, and your drippers, anything that holds any more than 2mm is illegal. Now, the illegal ones, I totally understand what you're saying, is if they are a company that we ain't got a clue who they are, there could be anything in them. That's where your own point is to make sure, and it's down to e-liquid as well, make sure you go into a reputable company and a reputable shop to buy anything. It's the same as alcohol. Look at all antifreeze that the people going blind because you know what I mean. It's the same with vaping. Now in other countries, the 17mm that they've got in them or 5 million puffs or whatever. Again, if it's a reputable company, they are illegal in this country. But so it's not illegal to own them. No, it's illegal for them to be sold. You can have them.
I wonder if shops
as well. The puffs aren't what make them illegal either. It's not the amount of puffs that makes them illegal. It's the amount of juice that they've got to put in them.
But the amount of juice.
To keep up with them puffs.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a long time ago, it was illegal to sell cars on a Sunday. Now, what every car dealer across the country used to do, we used to get big bags of carrots and potatoes and things like that. And what they used to do is they used to sell a bag of carrots for like 10 grand and give them a free car. So that's what they used to do. Could you do that with vaping? You're not actually buying a 15,000 puff disposable. You're buying a big pen, but you get disposable with it for free.
You're buying a £10,000 bag of carrots.
Yeah, but you get a car with it for free.
Can you imagine trying to write that off to tax? I'm not
That's how they used to do it. I swear to God, that's how they used to do it. And there was a company in Ilkley that used to do it. A £10,000 bag of spuds and a free car with it, just to get around that fucking loophole.
Can you imagine? Be a bit hard, that, wouldn't it? Can I get the logbook? Hold on a minute. One careful owner.
Of course you can get the logbook.
One careful owner, fucking Bugs Bunny.
One vegetarian owner.
Yeah. With very sharp teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, this is your last chance. Get Rochford put in there if you want a chance to win. 2 bottles of... I'll tell you what, mate, I'm ready for bed. 2 bottles of Rochford Project. I'm sorry if I've been a bit lethargic today. I'm tired. I'm tired. I said to you two, didn't I, at the beginning, he were hungover. Mr. B were full of life.
I'm all right, now I'm fucking sound now.
Yeah, well, you are half a bottle of red wine in. No wrong with that, mate. I've had 3. I've had 3 Bloody Marys and I feel sick now. With a bit of Tabasco as well and Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
I'll be jumping straight off after the show anyway, because I'll be watching Walking Dead.
Do you know how they make Worcestershire sauce?
Is it any good?
It's alright. It's not.
Don't say it's shit.
Mate, you'll be able to see. So I thought there'd be like really big bang stuff, but it won't.
Right.
It reminded me of season 2, you know, like you're really upset. It was a bit shitty.
I want to watch that new Hellraiser season. That looks fucking awesome.
It's the new film. It's the reboot of the film.
Is it not a season? I thought it was a season thing.
Film.
It's a film.
Is it film? I still want to watch it either way. It looks awesome.
I think it comes out on the 8th, I think, is it?
I've seen reviews up for it, so I assumed it was out, but it could not be. But it looks amazing.
Yeah, they're really filling, Fee. I'm telling you now, I've had 3 of them and I feel right podged. We're going to roll it, people.
It's not a Bloody Mary, though. We have to stick a celery in it.
Hey, Paul Doolin, you have won, my friend. Way happy. Get in touch with Little bro vapes at gmail.com. There we go. Get in touch with me, buddy, and we'll get that sorted out for you. Right, it's that time to wrap the show up. Once again, like I did say, I know we haven't been, I've not been the bouncy normal self of me. I just feel tired. We have missed Harley. I can't wait for him to come back next week. He will be doing his tongue twisters. I think he's just trying to get out of it myself. Sean, say goodbyes, brother.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. It's always a giggle. Love casting with you, mate. And Mr. B, love you too. We are going to be the Misfits. Keep your eyes peeled. It is going to be coming back very, very soon. Just not trying to get myself back into the swing of it and stuff like that. Obviously, after a break, after the charity live and stuff. But we will be coming back. We're not going anywhere. So, yeah, other than that, we will be back tomorrow on the UK Vape Show on Vic's channel. But I will see you later. Big love.
Fuck, shit, and monkey
Fuck,
tits.
shit, and monkey tits. I knew you were going to jump in there.
I was waiting for the Queen bit first.
Yeah, that was bad, that, wasn't it?
It was funny when you did it. Over to Mr. B.
Just want to say a massive thank you for being here. Make sure you're back next week, because when you come back next week, I'm going to tell you exactly how they make Worcestershire sauce. Until then, see you next week.
Are you gonna
That's something to worry about. With there, is that something to worry about? Is that one of them things like, do you know when people used to go on about strawberry flavoured in vape?
Yeah.
And it comes from the
Well,
arsehole
no,
of a beaver.
Somebody asked how they make Worcestershire sauce, and I happen to know how they make it. It's fucking disgusting.
And I had a bit
great.
of Tabasco
Cheers,
as well
pal.
in it. That's very warm. Big
Let's
love
just
to
say the
everybody.
process is very fishy.
Yeah. Big love to everybody in chat for supporting us. Big love to you all. Hiya, Sean, as well. I missed you, buddy. Big love to you all, and we will catch you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the UK Vape Show. Good night. And if you are at Expo on Saturday, I will be putting it all over social media with Sean. Make sure you
cock
come
drop.
and say hello to us. And whatever he just said. Big love.
I don't even know what I said. I can't even remember.
I think you said hashtag catcock.
Cat cock. The cock of a cat.
There's a new one. Hashtag catcock.
Yep.